Oh, welcome to my YouTube friends around the world. It's great to see you, and welcome to my local audience. This is Greg from Upward Spiral Yoga. For the first 42 years of my life, my yoga was downward spiral, and then at age 43, I went through a magical, mystical transformation. If you ever want to know that story, you buy me a cup of coffee. I'll fill you in on the details, but that's immaterial today, and plus I've got coffee right now. So if the algorithm just dropped you off on YouTube, welcome aboard. I call this yoga for 50 plus minus, which is actually everybody, isn't it? But it probably leans more toward the 50 plus, but if you're perky, young, and frisky, you can balance out our wise and mature energies. But anyway, what are we going to do today? This is Sunday where we do a little bit of movement. We do a little bit of prayer, some chanting. We do some yin yoga, a restorative pose. And our new thing is we conclude with about a 10-minute meditation process, which is, I believe, unabashedly, meditation is the most powerful tool in our human toolkit for establishing well-being. So there. Now, my cat may or may not come in, and when he does, usually a lot more people subscribe, but irrespective of whether a cat walks in and attacks me, please like and subscribe now because it is my mission. I'm on a mission from God, G-A-W-D, to spread yoga for everybody around the planet. What gives me the right to do that? I was born, and everybody is born with a mission, a purpose, and that's mine. Also, yoga helps you find yours, what your mission and purpose is. If you already have it, it'll help you achieve it, accomplish it, live it, express it, experience it. And if you don't know why you're here yet, yoga is a fabulous way to hear that still small voice always whispering in our ear, telling us why we're here. Anyway, let's chant Om together. Nice big inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all men and all women everywhere. We are calm and peaceful souls. Oh, by the way, just a little reminder, I've been teaching yoga for 50 years. I've been in the health and fitness industry for several lifetimes. I've done every conceivable kind of breath work, body work, human potential, blah, 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 blah. I've done all that stuff, and still, that just doesn't, I have my own brain and my own blind spots to deal with. So today's recommendation is get some good body work, because yesterday I found a brand new body worker. I've almost given up on some of these painful patterns of holding in my body. It's like, meh, I'll just live with that for the rest of my life. But I decided to try a recommendation. And so last night I had a guy named Magic Mike worked me over. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? But he flopped me around like a rag doll, and it gave me some hope that we're just bundles of habits and patterns in our body. So yoga helps to break that down, but it's hard to do body work on yourself. So find a good body worker, try it out, be open-minded. If you want Magic Mike's phone number, if you're in Pakistan or Tasmania, Magic Mike in Alamo, California might be a ways to go, but you never know. But find somebody, and if you need Magic Mike's phone number, I'll help you out. Okay, that's all the time. Are we going to do any yoga? Just calm down a little bit. Patience. Shoulders, 1, 2, 3, If you're brand new, just start doing this. Join the hundreds and hundreds of subscribers. Other way, 1, 2, 3. Boy, Magic Mike had me, it wasn't like an oily, greasy massage with your clothes off. It was like, just shorts and a t-shirt. But Magic Mike is very strong, and he was getting into areas where I forgot I had areas. And I've done everything. Rolfing, Feldenkrais, you name it. I've done it all, and the guy's got the touch. Good. Now, believe it or not, we're going to do about 10 minutes of standing joint juice. It's going to make the end of the class all the more ecstatic. If there's one thing I like, it's sharing ecstasy with my friends. Not MMDA, but conscious ecstasy. I'm just going to swing my arm. Today I'm doing the Tai Chi. I like to call it the chai tea version. It doesn't involve a slap. I'm just giving a little tap of my little finger side, external rotation, back around to my kidneys. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Now my feet are hip distance apart. My hips are hip distance apart. I'm going to sink in, and I'm going to squeegee up. Sink, squeegee, sink, squeegee, sink, squeegee. I think you get the idea. If you're crispy in Cleveland or not so bendy in Baltimore or atrophied in Atlanta, just sink and squeegee up. I don't know how many that is. It's some indeterminate number. 3, 2, 1. Good job, Anna. Inhale. I'm going to step out wider. I'm that Michelangelo guy in the circle. You know this? With clothes on. Arms behind my back. Poof. Wearing my oldest t-shirt that I have in my collection, which means next week is clothes washing day, but it's Sunday. So I got my little gray t-shirt on. It's got sentimental value. I think it still has cat hair from 6 previous cats. Even though you wash it, the great cats leave their atoms everywhere. As my friend Anthony, the comedian, says, life is a series of cats. One more. And then one more. This time we're going to inhale up for a big Om. Group prayer. The world could use some prayer of peace and sanity and wisdom and cooling our jets and calming down and trusting that God has everything under control. If you don't believe in God, this is a good time to start, okay? If you don't believe in God, you're welcome in my class. I never force anybody to believe anything. Belief is always a choice, but it's a choice between a sane, sober, intelligent, coordinated universe or a random, chaotic, meaningless, purposeless universe. Which one do you want to live in? Good. Inhale up. And exhale up. Going to lace my hands behind my behind. Why is it called my behind? It's behind me. Heels in, toes out. And I'm just going to bring my head and my butt down to the floor. My butt and my head about the same height. Lower my booties a little more. Drop my head. Going to wag my ponytail around. Bring my arms all the way over. Inhale, come on up. Release my arms. They go flying, yang, 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 yang. I like that. Place my hands up high, toes in, heels out. Press up, side bend left. Just 10 minutes of standing, I call it joint juice. Inhale, exhale. If you're just tuning in from Norwegia or Transylvania, inhale up, you're in the right place. Is there a country called Transylvania? And release out. All right, now, left foot forward, turn onto your right toenails. 1, 2. I do this in all my public classes. Thousands of people crammed into Costco-sized auditoriums doing this. It is hilarious. Other way, 1. You know why so many people do this? Because it works. It makes your body like worth living in again. A lot of people are kind of stuck into the prison of their body, only for a little while. 60 to 100 years generally, sink in. If you're older than 60, closer to the 100 thing. Good, come up and out. Right foot forward. I'm looking forward to being older than 60. Not yet though. Right foot forward. Toenails. 1, 2. This cracks my toes. Krakatoa, east of Java. Maybe you're watching from Krakatoa. Maybe you have no idea where Krakatoa is. It's a little island in the Indonesia archipelago. 5, 6, 7, 8. You will learn stuff in my class that you had no idea you were going to learn. By the way, get some body work. Magic Mike Alamo, he's the man. If you're watching from Pennsylvania, Transylvania, still worth it. I'm sinking into my alternately flexed ankles. This is so, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Good, sink in. Good job. All right. I'm reading Anna Karenina by Tolstoy, so life's been very dramatic lately. Drop your chin, take your head around. 1. Anna's run off with her handsome Russian lover. Much controversy. 3, 4. Tolstoy does not mess around. He goes right to the heart of the great human temptations, emotions, narratives. 7, 8. 1, 2. One thing about reading a Tolstoy book, it's going to last a while. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good, now believe it or not, for 15 seconds, we're just going to drop our chin to our chest, close our eyes, and feel down into our mysterious meat vehicle. What's going on inside of you, way in these subterranean caverns of our being? What did you dream last night? Dreams are our mind and psyche working out energies and narratives and isn't it cool we can work it out on the psychic plane and not on the worldly plane? I would not want to have what I dreamed in my dream last night happening in the so-called real world. Good shoulders, 1. Oh, Magic Mike worked on my shoulders. I got this knot, it's been there since about 1978. And Magic Mike went in there with a sledgehammer, jackhammer. Good, other way, 1, 2. Don't you like this class already? The commentary, the philosophy, the absurdity. 5. And the fact that you're doing it. This makes you terribly handsome, like all the characters in a Tolstoy book. Other way. I think what I'm really getting from the Tolstoy book, it's like, as tempting as adultery might be, probably not. Probably not. But you never know. Who am I to say? You have to be married before you can be an adulterer. So I'm going to just read the book all the way through and see what the message is. Flippity flops. Faster, faster, alabaster. Good. Cup your hands at your heart. The true adultery is being unfaithful to God, love, source on the inside. So the most essential fidelity is putting God first, so to speak. Adultery is putting something ahead of God. Your car, your job, your position, your education. Good. Inhale up. You know, stuff that humans do. Exhale out. Hands on our cute little hips. We're going to swaddle our behind. We're going to circumnavigate our globes. Isn't it amazing? We've reached the first day of summer, and for 6 months, the days have been getting longer. And now all of a sudden, we're heading over to the other side of the solar system. But we still have some nice long days for June, July, August, deep into September, even October. And then my yoga retreat. Are you coming to my yoga retreat? Look me up, upwardspiralyoga.com. I have a couple spaces left. Maybe you live in Florida or Tierra del Fuego or Guam, or you have a houseboat in the Bering Sea. I still think you should come. 6, 7, 8. One more standing thing. Feet together. Do your feet fit together? Hands above your knees. Whoop. By the way, if you're in the Bay Area, I do teach wonderful new Saturday class, 9 a.m. Growing like crazy, big, beautiful room in Pleasant Hill, California. First class is free. Second class is free. I don't care. Just come to my class. Just do yoga. Other way, it's not about the money. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale up for an Om. Suck it in, kids. We are calm and peaceful souls. We all live and move and breathe and have our very being in God, love, source, infinite, higher organizing principle, IHOP for short. Okay, I really like doing some standing work with you. Now, when I sit on my floor, even though it's carpeted, it's a very thin carpet. I'm thinking about getting my place recarpeted, but not today. So now, all I'm going to do, I just put my bony butt on this blanket because I don't have a lot of padding down there. A lot of padding up here. It's mostly padding up here. Now, I'm just going to lean forward, little forward fold. Now, baby, you're really tight. Your knees are up and you're being hurtled back and you're like, why am I doing this? I could be watching some inane YouTube short that lasts 30 seconds and just stimulates my adrenaline. You're here because you're going to lose your mind if you don't start doing some yoga and calming down a little bit. I own yoga blocks. I used to have a yoga studio. It evaporated into the ether with the pandemic. This is just a yin forward fold. So you might be up here scarcely leaning forward. You might clamshell all the way down. You're not going to get any bonus points from me by your range of motion. You're going to get bonus points from me for your range of emotion and your ability to calm and sink into an easy forward fold. Drop your chin, and I do ask unequivocally that you stop thinking. Just stop. Just be with me. Ever been with a friend that you're such good friends you don't have to say anything? No absurd small talk, no figuring out the next thing. Good kitty cats, come on up. Now you may wonder if you're watching me for the first time why I call you kitty cats. For me, it's a term of endearment. I'm kind of a cat guy. I would wear triangle ears and whiskers most of the time if I could, but I have to be out in public. So anyway, let's do a twist. Go like this, go like this, left hand, right knee, right arm behind, and squeeze out some painful patterns of perception. I'm going to go see Magic Mike for, I think, once a week for 4 weeks and let him remake my meat vehicle. What's a meat vehicle? Yogis call our outer body our Anomaya Kosha meat vehicle. Inhale. Exhale. Charming, isn't it? Meat vehicle. All right. I switched the cross of my legs, didn't I? Now, for my super tight friends, maybe you're tense in Tennessee. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I love exaggerating because it helps make boring stories more interesting. If you don't have blocks, would you just get some damn blocks? There's really no excuse anymore to my thousands of followers. Just get some yoga blocks. Last night I ran out of ink for my HP printer and it's already been delivered today. What's the point? You can get your blocks before the end of class now. This is yin yoga. Slow down. Smell the roses. If you're on a walk and you walk by some stinky trash cans, go faster, definitely, but smell the good smells. If you're driving through the dump, don't park. Good, my friends. Come on up. Did we twist this way? I can't remember. Left, left, left. No, we didn't. Man, if we'd only twisted one direction, we would be extra super screwed, but I remembered. Now, here's an interesting instruction. Just be unusually content. Be content with the content of your life. Who wouldn't like an extra yacht? Who wouldn't mind getting rid of something you don't like in your life? Of course, but be content with the current content of your life. Inhale here. Good, friendly friends, come on out. Now we're going to move this little Stonehenge that I built out of the way. And then I'm going to bring my feet together. Now, I know a lot of my 60, 70-year-old guy friends who are watching in like Maine and Vermont and stuff. You're so tight. Your knees are up and you're like, I quit. Just wag them out a little bit, okay? Just wag it out. Air it out down there a little. This will trick your muscles into relaxing. Either that or go see Magic Mike and let him work on your psoas muscle deep in your groin. You will be fascinated to watch that, I bet. Good, after a while, you can pump a little harder. After a while, you just push them all the way down and skip all the remedial stuff. It's not remedial unless you can't do it, then it's remedial. Okay, this pose is called Laura Hamasana. It's named after my wonderful friend. She lives in none of your business, and I'm going to pull my heels into my bottom. Now, it's named after her because she can pull in really tight knees together, and she can sit like a little kid. I can sit like a big kid. Now, why are we doing this? Because, cramp. I've been playing the drums today. Did you know I'm a beginner, maybe intermediate, still probably a beginning drummer, but I do it every day for like way too long. And speaking of my psoas, I'm not sure you can massage your psoas on YouTube and not have it be censored. Anyway, pull back in. TMI, sorry. All right, now, we're friends. I've got about 1 billion friends around the world that I do yoga with. Drop your chin, close your eyes. I have more friends than fit in my iPhone contact directory. If this is too easy for you for a Sunday, go ahead, flip to some impossible channel. You'll be back. Good, now stretch your beautiful legs out. My legs were really beautiful, and then my cat, I brought him inside the other day. He didn't like it, so he made a lunge at my shin and just opened me up like a gutted sturgeon from here to here. Such a nice little kitty. And then thrust thy buns upward. I'm all into bun thrusting, pelvic pumping, groin galloping, buttock blasting, hip hopping. Lift up, you guys. Good. And come on down. All right. One more thing, and then for something entirely different. Alms for palms. Now, if you're really tight in Tennessee, you can't even get your hands down. The floor is like, it's just going to be a while. Just don't give up. Never give up. Lean into your hands. Drop your chin. Contemplate your navel. Do you have an innie or an outie? I have an innie. Here's something to consider. Even your worst enemies, the people that annoy, irritate, and aggravate you beyond all measure, they too have a belly button. Regardless of ideology, we share the same biology. Okay, that'll be quite enough of that, thank you. And now, drum kit, where my piano used to be. Drum kit. So you might be thinking, my thousands of followers, Greg, why no more piano? Why don't you like and subscribe and send me a message and I'll explain. Just make sure you like and subscribe. Internal, out turtle. We're on the precipice of 1,000 subscribers. Please help me get over the hump. Costs you nothing. Takes no time at all. You just hit the subscribe button, and here, it's really weird. A lot of people have reported that while they were reticent to subscribe, as soon as they pressed that subscribe button, this wave of cosmic intergalactic ecstasy began to gush through their nervous system. I wouldn't want to miss that. Handcuffs, bring them up. This, chickens, chicken feet, elbows inside your knee. Maybe you're really, Greg, my elbows don't go inside of my knees. That's okay, I love you. Now just push your knees and your elbows together. Just do what you can do. You be you, I'll be me. For my whole life, I thought, I, I don't know who I'll be. Sure, I'll be you, chameleon. Yoga will help you to find your true self and your true place in life. And there's nothing more valuable than that. Come out. That way you don't have to be trapped in a Tolstoy novel trying worldly things to get happy. Other way. Shake off the old narrative. Cup your hands at your heart. Drop your chin. Feel holy, sacred, connected, aligned, attuned, tapped in, tuned in, turned on. Okay, now we need a really beautiful combination of yin yoga, restorative yoga. Yeah, that. So here's what we're going to do. Haven't done this little sequence for a while. I think you're really going to like it. When we're done with this, then we'll do this, just so full disclosure. So for this, please have a yoga blanket. And the only difference between a yoga blanket and a regular blanket is a yoga blanket costs 3 times more. Especially make sure you buy all of your yoga gear at Whole Foods because it's 3 times regular retail. Why did I just make this thing? Because, oh, my symbol fell, sorry. It's symbolic. This is going to go underneath my neck for a supine pose. Do you know what supine means? Supine comes from the yoga word supta, it means laying on your back, Jack. So, what's the big deal about having a blanket underneath my neck? Well, in a moment, we're going to go into a little bit of a contracted position that turns into a stronger and stronger twist. So I'm going to kick my computer out of the way. Hence. Now, left leg is out, right knee is in. See this? This is great. You're really tight. You're not so bendy in Baltimore. Maybe you can't even grab your knee. You just grab your hamster instead and barely bring your knee in. But the more you bring your knee in, if you're tight, the more your spine shortens and the more your chin is going to go up. And then your neck gets tight and then you can't breathe and then you die in my class. And I haven't lost a single student yet. So this is why I want to make sure that you keep connection between the back of your neck and the blanket. Now I'm just going to circle my right knee around. Not as much as Magic Mike did last night. Now if you're just tuning in and I said, talking about Magic Mike moving my knee around in a compromising position, it's not what you think. That I'm going to take my knee around the other way. Got some good body work last night. Good booty work. Taking my knee around. Good. Now, if you're pretty comfortable bringing your knee into here and your neck is all loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. I used to date a girl named Loosey-goosey. Now, can you lift up and bring your right elbow over your right knee? See that? Left leg out, right knee in. I can still relax my head down. Oh, now I'm just going to yin and let that relax. Let my chin drop. Push my left heel out while my right knee is drawn in. This is surprisingly spectacular. You stick with me in upward spiral yoga, you're going to feel things in your nervous system. You will be so happy, not because of me per se, but yoga is going to open up vast new vistas of gorgeous feelings in your mind, body, and soul. Remember the first time you drove into Yosemite Valley? It almost brought you to tears, didn't it? Good. Now for slightly bendier bears, I'm lifting my head up. I'm moving my right knee over to the left. I'm going to see if my left elbow will wrap around my right knee. See that? To do that, I had to twist my spine. My spine's gotten shorter. It's going to be more of a challenge to let my, oh boy, do I like my blanket now, more than Linus. Now my right hip is relaxing down. My right groin is releasing deep into my body. TMI, sorry, but dropping my chin. We're friends here. Now we just breathe. Don't stop breathing. If this is too strong, just do this. This is a work in progress. Good. Now we're going to lift our head. Our right leg goes back up. It carefully goes down, not on the MacBook. Left knee comes in. If you can't lace over your knee, lace under it or down by your, hi, how you doing? And good. Just going to take my knee around. Just a little bit of beautiful movement on the first day of summer with my friends all the way around the world. Other way. Simple pleasures, kitty cats. Okay, now, if you're bendier, you have permission to lift up your head, take your left elbow, and does your left elbow go over your left knee? You probably had to shorten your spine to do that. Maybe you grab your left wrist with your right hand, rest your head down, stay extended, pushing out reasonably firmly through your right heel, and let this left knee, left hip, left groin, left hip flexor, left everything. Relax, drop your chin. Please, no heads hanging, okay? If I was at your house, I'd sit on your right thigh and I'd push your left knee into your chest. And you would say, ooh. And then you'd say, ah. Usually oof, then ah. If it's ah and then oof, that's usually liquor that does that. And now for bendiers in Baltimore, lift your head. Maybe you can get your right elbow up over your left. If you can't, just left elbow. Right elbow if you can. Rest your head down. Breathe into it. This is yin yoga at its finest. Stay extended through your right foot. If you can't rest your head all the way down, I can't right now, but this is my second rodeo, so I can kind of relax into this. Okay, I'm spilling off into intergalactic ecstasy with my friends. Good, now both knees in, yeah. Now, if you like the blanket underneath your head, that's fine. For this, blanket goes legs up. Viparita Karani, legs up, very cleverly called. This is good for circulation. It's good for very close veins. After a while, your pelvis relax, your lower back releases, your guts drop, shoulders release. And just follow your breath. Timing is good. If you lay on your back and stick your legs up once a day, your life will become geometrically better. Not arithmetically better, geometrically better. Now for a twist, I am going to slide the blanket back underneath my neck. My knees come in, and I take my knees down to the right for simple Sunday twist. Not manipulating Monday twist, simple Sunday twist. I'm going to let my torso release to the left. My head supported, because when your spine twists, it gets shorter, and you don't want your head hanging in space. You don't want your head hanging anywhere. Every time I exhale, I'm letting go of some more painful patterns of perception, negative narrative, stinking thinking, painful patterns of perception. Good, now I'm going to bring my knees back up. I'm going to make the blanket just right under my neck, put my feet down, going to shift my booty a little over so it's right in the middle. Knees come in as far as they will without my high knee lifting. Then I take my knees and I swoop them all, even as my right shoulder is lifting. Knees collapse, relax down. Left hand pins knees down, right shoulder opens. If your right arm is hanging in space, ouch, maybe put your right hand on your right hip or set it gently down on the floor. Don't extend all the way out yet unless your parents were contortionists or still are. Now, Sunday relaxing, melting. Now, my big black cat used to come in all the time. It's just the particular epic where he doesn't come in, epoch, not epic. But now I've learned he's actually operating his own YouTube channel in the backyard. It's called Purry and Furry and Frisky and Risky. He already has 1 million subscribers. It's pissing me off. Good, now friends, we're going to bring our knees back up, and I have a special surprise for you today. Instead of annoying, irritating meditation, we're going to do a 7-minute Shavasana together. Now, is that a big surprise? Aren't you glad you stayed all the way to the end and liked and subscribed? So I got a blanket underneath my knees. I usually meditate twice a day at least. And I've got 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel of how to meditate. I'm going to slide a bolster underneath my knees. And because I have a lot to do later today, we're going to do a Shavasana, which means corpse pose. So my knees are supported. My booty is light, buoyant, and that's enough. Shoulder blades relaxed. Palms up. Neck supported. And now, believe it or not, for 5-7 minutes, we're just going to melt into the intergalactic ether together. If you're brand new, really take advantage of this part. Adios, Avidasane, arrivederci, au revoir. Now I will come back in 5 minutes and gently shake you out of your slumbers. I will bring you breakfast in bed in 6 minutes. Relax, easy does it. Let the breathing just kind of disappear, but if you are breathing, mostly from your tongue, feel free to leave your body. Yogis do it all the time. Okay, my friends, that was wonderful and no rush. Just begin to breathe back toward your body. Good, then begin to feel your body weight back on the floor, weight of your clothing on your skin. Deeply relaxed, connected to source. This is a beautiful time to wiggle fingers and toes and circulate super cosmic, intergalactic, orgasmic, spectacular feel good through your body, through all of your chakras, all of your atoms and quarks and molecules. Good, nice deep breath. Okay, we'll sit up super slow. Oh my goodness. Where am I? I am in Ecstasy, California. Okay, I'm going to spin back toward my friends. Hands to our most beautiful heart. You go deep into you, and I go deep into me. We go deep into we. We come to the same place together, where it's purry and furry, and frisky and risky. All together we say, Namaste. I feel pretty good. I like yoga. It makes me feel better. Yoga is to feel good or to feel God. Anyway, YouTubers, did you like and subscribe yet? I'm so glad you did. If you didn't, there's time yet so that you don't feel hideously guilty after class. I don't want that. I want you to feel really good. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Thank you, YouTubers. And by the way, on Upward Spiral Yoga YouTube channel, it's right there, obviously. There's 1,100 videos. Everything, how to fix a Buick, how to blow dry your cat, but mostly yoga videos. You guys have a beautiful day.